gotta get it, cause I gotta get it. What's going on? This is your boy SB. So we are continuing on the playlist. This is bigger than Amazon. We've talked about the buildings being closed. We've talked about the rent crisis. Now we are talking about the rise of crime. So besides the warehouses getting shut down, delivery things getting shut down, besides the different buildings having the walkouts, and aside from 100,000 people being cut from the head count, we have the crime being on the rise. And the first part of this topic is dealing with Amazon. I actually did a video of it where we had like 40 break-ins at a property, and that's a common thing. It seems like more and more on the Amazon properties. My opinion, all this stuff is my opinion. But also with this story, this is going to be in the description. It's talking about how Amazon in Seattle, one of their offices out there, they are actually relocating some of their people because of what? Because of the rise in crime in that area. Not just the Amazon in that area. This was specifically taking place in downtown Seattle. I'm going to have this in the description. You can Google it. But recently there was a shootout that took place. And at that point, they was like, listen, all right, we got to relocate because there's too much stuff going on around this area. A few other businesses closed down, and it's listed in that article due to the inability to keep their workers safe. That's the time that we're in right now. And people, and I said this months ago when I was talking about the inflation, I said this is one of the areas that we're going to continue to see the climb. But the thing is, we're still at the start of this. So also another trend that's starting to just explode throughout the country, the little smash and grabs. If you look that up, and I'm also going to put some links in the description, this is going on in broad daylight. People are running into stores, destroying stores, robbing stores, jewelry stores, definitely convenience stores in broad daylight. This is a growing trend that is taking place. And it's not just taking place in the hood. It's not just in the urban areas. This is taking place in the suburbs as well. And one of the links in the description, it is Channel 6 ABC or something like that. The guy is saying like, look, I lost 15 to 20 stores. They had to be closed down due to the rise in crime, due to the inability to keep workers safe in this type of environment. In Beverly Grove, there was a van that drove into what? I think it was like a Chanel store or something like that. Drove into the store, hopped out, snatched all type of stuff. Like this is taking place everywhere. We're starting to see more and more stores getting broke into, and not just the stores. This is also growing with residential areas. And the whole reason I make these bigger than Amazon videos is because, especially working in Amazon or just being in any type of career or job that you're really striving toward, you get so focused and so narrowed in that that's all you really pay attention to. But bigger things are taking place that are outside of Amazon that will touch and will affect all of us. And I just do this as awareness just to make sure, like, listen, we gonna talk about Amazon and all that good stuff, but there's some stuff we need to make sure we keeping our eyes on and being aware of as well. And this is one of them. And the things that we may do to try to best guard ourselves from these situations. But also in other areas, it is taking place with car break-ins as well. They are just talking about how car break-ins are just soaring. It's just getting to a whole nother level. People are breaking into cars, stealing stuff. People are stealing Cadillac converters. People out here stealing gas. I even saw a video of a repo truck. Well, I thought it was a fake repo truck stealing a truck. Like, listen, it's getting real out here. It's getting crazy out here. When I'm looking into that topic, I'm also seeing a trend of the violence rising in fast food restaurants. Like literally, it's just in society. All areas are starting to witness and see more crime, more theft, more violence. Definitely during these times, the first thing that we need to remember and be made aware of is that we're dealing with new times. Listen, there's a lot of people out here that's on the edge. There's a lot of people out here on their last straw. As much as it's in your power, try to be the bigger person. Try to deflate a situation if you're in it. If you're on the freeway, try not to be the one to have that road rage. I know it's hard sometimes, especially out here in Arizona. People just be driving wild. But that's the thing as well. They were talking about how even road rage is on the rise. If somebody wants to argue with you, don't feed into it. Be the bigger person, because you never know, something that little can cost your life. One of the stories, when it comes to these the food restaurants, somebody killed somebody. They killed a restaurant worker because their fries were cold. That's the type of nonsense that we're dealing with out here. So if somebody would take somebody's life due to that, then I'm pretty sure it would happen over something bigger. Listen, now is not that time to be worried about your pride getting hurt, your ego getting hurt. If you get into a conflict at this time, wherever it may be, conflict happens all the time. You're at a gas station, somebody takes your pump. That happened to me the other day. It's hard. I'm telling you it's hard. But even for me, you know what? I'm going to bury my pride. And usually I'll be wanting to give a look. You feel me? It's like, hey, I seen you. You feel me? Yeah, what happened here? But it's like, you know what? Do I really need this right now? Do I know what that person's dealing with? Because there's a slight chance that they may hop out of their car, and then what am I going to do? What am I going to do if the worst happens? Am I prepared to hop out that car? Am I prepared to pay that cost? Am I prepared to go to jail? No, I'm not trying to go to jail. I have too much at risk to be worrying about my pride getting hurt over a situation that I could have easily looked over. Listen, now's not the time. Keep a level head. Don't give in to the attitudes. Don't give in to that anger. Be the bigger person. And like I've said in the last videos, I think that this is just the entrance. So where do I project this to get? I think this is going to get bad. That's one of the main reasons when it came to choosing where I wanted to live, when it came to getting this house, I chose to be in the outskirts. My realtor was like, ain't nobody out there. I said, great. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. My realtor was trying to take me to the heart of Phoenix. I was like, skark. I turned that car around real quick because literally I was looking 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. And even when it came to a year ago, I knew like, look, things are getting bad in the cities and things are only going to get worse. Is this a place where I want to really buy a home? No, me personally, this is my personal opinion. I'd rather be in the outskirts because especially in those high apartment areas, in the high neighborhood areas, I think that crime is going to continue to rise. I'm pretty sure if things don't change, we're going to start seeing people getting robbed at grocery stores for groceries. People getting robbed at the ATMs. There was even a story in broad daylight. I think it was like Beverly Hills or something like that. A dude got pulled out of his car, robbed for like his Rolex and all that stuff in broad daylight. So on top of keeping a level head, on top of being the bigger person, also be aware of your surroundings. If you're going out, if you live in the nightlife and you going out, be aware of your surroundings, environment wise and people wise. Environment wise, what do I mean? Okay, if you're going into this area, do you know what area you're going into? There's certain areas that know and wait for certain people to enter them areas to break into cars, to do this, to do that, to do whatever. Be aware of your environment. Honestly, if you were the type of person to go out, I would try to be chilling at the house. This is a time to chill right now. You need to relax, you feel me? Have your little functions at the house. Call your friends over to the house. But if you must go out and spend your money with this inflation prices, at least be aware of your surroundings. And then also be aware of your surroundings when it comes to people. If you are out and you're at a restaurant or you're at a bar or you're at a club, wherever you're at, be aware of people when it comes to your surroundings. If you see people getting drunk, you see this person over here doing this, it's time to go. If you start to see the drama happen, leave. It's time to go. Before you see that, it's time to go. Be aware of your surroundings. Also, another thing, when you do go out, when you park your car, stop leaving stuff in your cars. We talked about this when it came to the Amazon parking lots. Please stop leaving your stuff in your cars. But even when you go out to eat, when you go to restaurants, don't leave your purses in your car. Don't leave them in the back seat where somebody can see. That is definitely putting your car at risk. Put that thing in the trunk or leave it at home. If you have items that you just have in your car, leave it at the house. Listen, the reason why I put these out there, you guys been following my journey when it comes to Amazon, when it comes to the music, all that stuff. You guys have been tuned in. And I always try to, give you guys encouragement when it comes to the workplace, when it comes to just life in general. But a big thing in life and work and all that stuff is just one thing. You have to be aware. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of what's going on in the world. Crime is on the rise. Take the precautions. Be aware when you guys are out there having fun, when you're out there having a bite to eat, whatever it may be. Be aware that things are going on around us. People are more stressed than ever. People are walking around more angry than ever. Be aware of these things so you don't get caught up in the mix of these things. But this is your boy SB. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Let's go.
Look, they say I couldn't do it, but I did. Turn stacks to a crib. Yeah, going up, going in. Let them sleep, bedtime, tuck them in. If I'm alive, I'ma live. Mama said if you gon' do it big. Yeah, motivated till the end. Never break, never bend. Finna have 'em like, whoa.